Yes, we're thinking the same thing. Wow, my hair does look good today, doesn't it? Well, I anticipated showering, but then, SDS had an announcement, and of course, MLB The Show goes before personal hygiene for some, of course. But Team Affinity has been announced, and we have a brand new look at card art and one of the first reveals for Team Affinity Season 1 in MLB The Show 22. Diamond Dynasty is coming up this week, and the game is, well, just a week away too at this same time. I'm probably going to be sleeping because I pulled an all-nighter the prior night, but MLB The Show will be out, and I will be happy. Let's get into it. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. As always, you know the drill. Big year. Hopefully you guys will stick around for the ride, and let's get it going. Maybe. Now we're getting it going. Face of the franchise is Team Affinity Season 1. Original. It's Gomer, come on. We're not even 2 minutes into this video. Quit hating. So Ramon goes ahead and talks about face of the franchise and how Team Affinity is going to work in MLB The Show 22. So there's still going to be seasons, right? This is Season 1. The biggest thing which we'll talk about is it is now tied to the inning programs. It is no longer its own entity, which is an interesting change. We'll talk about that in a minute, but yeah, we'll just see a little bit more face of the franchise right here and get to see some of the card art, which I think is fire. Of course, it's no secret the graphics design team is on their A game, typically at all times. Ronald McDonald Acuna Jr., 90 overall, Team Affinity Season 1, which is an uptick of +2 from last year, which is rather interesting. The NL East, starting out with the Atlanta Braves, of course. Hopefully, he'll get to be on the field in not too long. Obviously, he had that big injury that kept him out of the playoffs, and the Braves still won, damn it. And people want to say that team got worse. Okay, man. But yeah, Acuna is going to represent the Braves in Team Affinity Season 1. And yeah, we'll talk about just how this is going to work. But that is what we have to come to expect, and I also want to show this off as well. Ricky Henderson, again, the Takashi Okazaki, I wanted to make sure I didn't butcher that right there. He's going to be the second card in that Legend Pack out of 5 options. Him and Mickey Mantle are the ones that we've seen. As we get more reveals, we'll make a video talking about which one you guys should be picking. Good Lord, am I ever excited for it to be MLB The Show season again. So he's another card in that pack. Very happy. Ricky Henderson cards I think could be quite nice. We have a little mock-up from Ainge Nation again here. The speed on deck, of course. But the biggest thing, can we make a good Ricky Henderson card this year, STS? This guy's probably a top 15 player all time in baseball history, maybe top 10. Put some respect on his name and stop giving him a mid card in MLB The Show, huh? That would be nice. So, yeah, we're going to discuss the, impacts of Team Affinity and how that is going to work into MLB The Show 22. So, again, as I mentioned, it is now all structured around the inning programs, which is an interesting choice, because a lot of people didn't like how the inning programs went last year, and you're going to earn these Team Affinity players through just playing the game on the XP system, as the inning programs are based on. And that's not a bad thing necessarily, right? You don't have to specifically grind something. You're just going to earn progress by playing the game, which you essentially did anyway, right? If you look at some of these Team Affinity programs, missions would be plate appearances with members from that division, which kind of just makes sense. Then you'd also have team-specific or player-specific missions, rather. Hit 3 home runs with finest Brandon Lau. Hit 3 home runs with finest Marcus Semien. Extra base hits with Mountcast. So you kind of get the point. You'll get extra incentive for doing online stuff, and then defeat the Rays on All-Star. That gets you 5 points. So, there's times where you'd run into this, right? You are doing one of the evolution programs where you need to play, or one of the player programs rather, where you play the other team on All-Star. it's also going to earn you 5 points on your Team Affinity stage, which is nice. So I'm not really too sure how I feel about this. I'm going to have to see with my own grubby little eyes here exactly the semantics of how this is going to work when they showcase it on stream next week. But to right now, it just seems a bit unnecessary. I don't think anybody was complaining about the structure of Team Affinity programs, but the people were complaining about the structure of the inning program. So I'm curious to see how that is going to evolve this year. If they're going to make it the same, or because you figure something's going to change. They're adding 30 cards. Again, we saw the Acuna, and I'm planning on most likely doing a prediction video for Team Affinity Season 1 here in the next couple of days. And that's a lot of cards. So you figure they're going to be placed around XP-wise, where you're going to have to play the game a ton. And that's what happened with the inning programs. You had to do a lot more than just the Conquest and just the Showdown. So those single-player offline game modes I expect to return. Now there's just more reason to do them, because Team Affinity is also tied within there. I do think one thing that could aid this is the fact that you could get Jacob deGrom, probably the best starting pitcher or top 3 all year, that came out in July. You could get him in 15 minutes. You just essentially had to exchange players, and boom, you have like one of the best cards in the game that would last for many months beyond that. Which is, you know, maybe not the best choice because he's very overpowered and he's that easy to get. It's nice that you don't have to pay Stubs for it, real world money, but you know, that also makes it so that's the only starting pitcher that you ever face, which is a problem that we're going to have to see how they decide to, you know, go against it. But Acuna, like I said, I love the card art. 90 overall is pretty high to start out the year. That's another thing we've talked about. Should overalls progress, you know, more steadily and not jump into like 4th inning program, we're getting 99 overalls at the start of June. That's another question. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, but I'm happy. I love Acuna cards. If you guys are fans of the channel, which streams and gameplay are going to be coming in hot this year, I want to make that, you know, a priority this year. So twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend. Follow me there. We'll be live quite often, and you know, I love Acuna cards. I rake with them, so I'm happy to see this. Let me know some predictions that you guys want to see for your face of the franchise. They say fan favorites, and if they're pulling out an Acuna, which his live series is probably going to be around 90 overall, though, right? I mean, I know he had an injury last year, but still, you would expect him to be around that threshold, if not maybe even a tick above. I have a lot of questions. And hopefully they'll be answered within the next couple of days, and you know, Gomer will make a video respectively going over it. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff here. Wanted to make a video and let you guys know. What do you think? I'm happy for Acuna. Of course, I love Team Affinity. I think it's the best thing Diamond Dynasty has going, and as long as it isn't significantly more difficult or that much of a hassle, just switching it all into the inning program, and they implement it a little bit better, make the boss program guys more usable, then I think everybody will be happy. But again, leave a like if you guys enjoy, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. There goes out. Eat.